Welcome everyone to the quantitative research methods in education. What are the various research methods that is in vogue as far as education is concerned? So let us understand the qualitative research method in education. First, the history. It was developed in approximately 60 years back as an umbrella term for various research methods exclusively focused onto education, not directly comparable to the quantitative research due to the different approaches in data and probably different interpretations also, goals and approaches, understanding people experiences and meaning from the subject's perspective focuses essentially on the multiple interactions and socially constructed realities. Use of inductive analysis to develop theories from data instead of testing the existing one. That is what the goals were all about it. Now we should understand how we are collecting data, conducting on a natural setting through sustained contact with the participants. Relies heavily on the participants' observation, both in-depth interviews, using of the purpose of sampling to select individual based on relevance and not randomness. So we can talk about relevance in terms of age group, we can talk about the literacy rates. So there can be a lot of metrics which can be under control, or should I say properly defined in education perhaps. The last one is the analysis and the reporting. Employs rich, thick description to paint a detailed, finer picture of the situation. Encourages readers to draw their own conclusions about applicability. Values trustworthiness over traditional terms like validity and reliability. Yes, qualitative researches are all about observations, one-to-one interviews, focus groups, case study research, phenomenology, grounded theories, and ethnography. Everything can be focused about it. And believe me or not, these can be completely defined. I'm observing a class, probably an age group from 6 to 7 to 8 years of students, how they are behaving in a controlled environment of a classroom. So that is what we are looking out here. So it's completely observable, completely definable. Qualitative data definitions. Qualitative data is a type of data that is often interpretation and can be used in a variety of ways, but as a measure of quality, both as a measure of quality but also for the basis for analysis thereby. So unique qualitative data in education settings, deeper understanding. Qualitative data goes just beyond numbers. It will tell you everything to reveal why, to reveal how students learn, provide a very deep richer insights about their experiences. Then we can have an open-ended questions. By asking an open-ended question, everybody can fill in their emotions, fill in their judgment, and probably you can practice active listening to understand what are those perspectives, what is the viewpoint that you might have missed or grasped in a quantitative methods. So addressing concern, this data pinpoints the specific areas needed for improvement in organization, enabling you to targeted action plan focusing on a particular area. So example of qualitative data in education as in field observation, I've already stated, documentary research, focus group. We're talking about student portfolios, the assignments and things like that. Peer review and feedback for 360 degrees, including the peers of should the feedback of their classmates, learning diaries, parents teacher conferences, online discussion forum, classroom artifacts, audio and video recording, student surveys, open-ended questions, teacher reflective journals, students interview thereby, and this is very natural. So how can the survey tool help with the qualitative data analysis in education? A survey tool is useful research tool that can help with qualitative data analysis in education. Qualitative data is best analyzed through close inspection and asking question to understand the root cause of phenomena. But this is essentially a time-consuming process. A well-designed survey questionnaire can simplify the qualitative analysis by giving you insight on what concerns the most, what is the priority, and thus focusing you or allocating you, or should I say enabling you to help your responses, prioritize your responses and modulate them accordingly. So key steps for survey tool: define your goal, absolutely, be precise, be smart, specific, measurable, attainable, realistic, time bound, smart goals. Choose your qualitative research methods. Design the survey questions accordingly. It can be open-ended, it can be close-ended, it can be with options, as in close-ended questions are concerned. distribute and collect responses, analyze the qualitative data, triangulate, try to make churn out some kind of meaning from the data that has been given to you. Methods to analyze the qualitative data is content theory. Definitely yes. Grounded theory based on certain aspects. Let's say we are focusing on a teenage group. We are focusing on a teenage groups with a high IQ level. We are focusing on a teenage group with a low IQ level, and so on and so forth. Phenomenology, framework analysis, discourse analysis, interpretations of phenomenological analysis thereby. Let me give you the research method. There are plentiful of research method. Which one do you like to adopt is completely up to you, depending upon the time available, effort that you want to go around it, resources available. It can be one-to-one interview, it can be focus group, it can be ethnographic research, as in from people from similar background, record keeping, process of observation. How do you do it as an observing as an active member to the situation, or observing from a distance and not being a participants to the situation, and the case study research thereby. Qualitative research is defined as a market research method that focuses on obtaining data through open-ended question and conversational communication. This method is about what people think and why do they think so. It can be used to gather in-depth insights to a problem or generate new ideas for research. Qualitative research is often used in fields like sociology and anthropology. Allow me to give you the qualitative methods, what goes around it. These are the pictographical representation, one-to-one interview. Focus group, talking about a specific group with the specific attributes. Let's say we are talking about people who are physically challenged. A group of people who are physically challenged with special abilities. Ethnographic group, people coming from certain sections of the globe. Case study research, record keeping, and quantitative methods, as the case might be. So, qualitative research, data collection analysis, and how do we go across qualitative data collection? Qualitative data collection is a method used for qualitative research to gather non-numerical information. This information can be all about words, all about images, all about observation. Qualitative data is descriptive, interpretational based, and relates to the language. It can help us understand why, it can help us understand how, it can help us understand what happened behind certain behaviors, as in cause and effect relations. Qualitative data analysis, such as notes, videos, audio recording, images, text documents, everything comprises of qualitative data analysis. One of the most used methods of qualitative data analysis is text. Characteristics of qualitative research methods: they collect data at a glance on a real-time basis where participants are experiencing real-time problem. Research collect data at different forms such as an interview, such as an observation, or even other documents. Works towards solving the complex issues by breaking down meaningful interfaces and the area that they want to study, they want to record, they want to read, they want to understand. Allows people to build trust on the researchers so that the information obtained is absolutely raw and unadulterated. When to use it? The question is when to use. I'll give you certain example when to use the to capture the accurate insights is to developing a new product, or probably working or toying with a new idea, studying your product or brand or a service to strengthen your marketing strategy, to understand your strength, your weakness, understand purchases behavior, to study reactions of your audience to a marketing campaign or perhaps other communication, exploring market demographic, exploring market segment, exploring customer care groups, gathering perception data of a brand, company, or product, as the case might be. The basic difference between qualitative research method and quantitative research method are simple and straightforward. They are analytical and objective. The type of question that they ask, the type of color, data collection that has been taken from, forms of data that they produce. Degree of flexibility is also as important as it can be. So, winding up, what is qualitative research method and quantitative research method? Let me give you the attributes as in analytical objectives. In qualitative research method, it focuses on individual experiences and beliefs. Whereas in quantitative method, it focuses on the characteristics of population. It's a macro data we are looking at it. Types of question can be open-ended, but in quantitative data, it is the Likert scale that we want to end up with. It's a closed-ended question, probably. Data collection methods, it can be participants observation, it can be semi-structured interview, it can be in-depth interview. But in quantitative method, it is absolutely structured. In fact, every participant is asked the simple, straightforward, sequential questions altogether. And the surveys. Form of data is all about descriptive data in qualitative research method, but in quantitative, it can be translated or transported into a numerical data. The degree of flexibility in qualitative responses are large. You can ask following up questions for qualitative research method, but in quantitative research method, participants' responses are recorded. Their influences and determinants cannot be done anything else. It's a one-off event altogether. With this understanding of qualitative and the differentiation between it and the quantitative research method, you can very well understand what needs to be done as far as education is concerned. Thank you for watching this video till the end.